Hey everyone, welcome back to You Can Automate. In this session, we are going to learn about NSPredicate, what is NSPredicate and how to use it. So this is the scope of this particular session. First, we are going to learn about what is NSPredicate and when to use it, and we'll learn the syntax and example test case also. So let's go to the Apple website to understand what is NSPredicate. NSPredicate, as per this particular website, it says that a definition of logical condition for constraining a search for a fetch or for in memory filtering. Assume that there are n number of elements available, and if you have to filter the elements based on some of the condition, that condition is nothing but a partial text or a text, then in that case we can use NSPredicate, right? Taking an example of simulator what we have here, assume that this is the sample application which we have, that is a UI kit catalog, and in this we have several elements, and all these several elements are having some of the static text or the text, right? If I have to identify any element based on this particular text, the partial text, assume that here I have a text called button view controller. If I have to identify this particular element by using a text called button, right, then I can use NSPredicate. So let's go ahead with the Xcode, and let's see how to write a test case with the NSPredicate. I have created a sample test case with the name of test NSPredicate, and I have added a code to launch the application. Then after that we will understand the syntax of NSPredicate and how to write NSPredicate and use it, right? I have added a debug pointer at app.launch. Then I will run this test case, then we will go and identify the element and the attribute. So app.launch, I will just launch the application. So here I have got the application launched, and this is the home screen I have got. Let me maximize this particular terminal here, right? How do I inspect the element and how do I know the attributes of any given element in the XCUITest is by using a PO XCUI application. Then here I'll say that static text. So it should give me all the elements with the static text, right? If you see here, there is a button, right? Where is our button here? Buttons. I know that there are two static text displayed. One is buttons, another is button view controller. If you see here, buttons and button view controller. Now if I have to identify this element using just button view, right, in that case I can go for this. So let's identify the element by using a NSPredicate. So what I will do is I'll create an element that is predicate equals to NSPredicate. So it starts showing the suggestions also. I will select any one of this NSPredicate. Inside that, what I need to here write is format. What is my format? That means whether I want to identify the element based on the label or anything else. Here I have an element with only a label, so I need to depend on label. So I will mention that within double quotes, it will be in a string format, label, right? After that I need to say, I need to mention the condition. What is that is, label should contain some text. That's why I'm adding a keyword called contains, and what it should contain is, it should contain a character, that is C, and this is syntax to identify element by using a partial text, right? And here I need to mention what is the text which I am looking for. Here I will be looking for, say, buttons, and inside that assume that I want to identify using a button view, right? I'll just say button view. This is my condition. What I'm saying here is, go for the list of elements and look for elements which is having a label called button view, right? This is my condition. Now I will use this particular condition in my action. What is that action? App dot So I want to click on the static text, so because this button is of type static text, and I need to add a condition. What is that condition? Is containing NSPredicate. So here I've already created a condition, so inside this bracket I'll just need to put that condition, what condition it is, right? And after that I need to say element dot tab. So what this particular two lines of a statement will do is, it will first create the condition. What is the condition is, look for the element which label is containing this particular text, right? This is a condition, and here I am using that condition while clicking on the element, right? Why I am using element is, there will be only one element which is containing button view. If there are more elements, then we need to use a bound by, as we have learned in the previous session, that if there are more number of matching elements, then we need to use bound by, right? Now let's run this test case and see how it looks like. So there is a breakpoint. I will remove the breakpoint and continue the test case. So it clicked on the buttons, right? So that is how the NSPredicate works, right? Now let's understand how to identify elements when there are more number of elements using NSPredicate. Launching the same application here, right? Taking example here, here we have multiple elements with a text called view, and I want to click on the first element. This is activity indicator. Whichever element is having the text called view, I want to click on that first, right? There are multiple elements here. So what I will do here is, I will create a NSPredicate. I'll copy the same code here, right? Instead of button, I'll just say view. So I'll be getting all the elements here when I say view, and out of all elements I want to pick the first one and I want to click on that. So what code I will write is same code, app dot static text dot containing predicate, and here I'll be getting a lot of elements. Then I want to select the first one. What I will do here is bound by, element bound by first index, then I want to click on it. So here what it will do, it will look for all elements, and whichever is having the text called view, and it will click on it. So here it will click on activity indicator. So I'll comment this particular code here and run. Cool, it got clicked on activity indicators. So this is about NSPredicate, how to use with NSPredicate when there is only one element, how to use NSPredicate when there are more number of elements. Thank you. I will see you in the next session.